Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you exactly how to export your LinkedIn contacts and connections with their emails. There are actually two methods to do it. One is free, one is paid. I'll show you both so you can pick which one is the most practical for you. So let's get started. So the first method that's completely free is to go on your profile and select settings and privacy, and then you go to data privacy, get a copy of your data, and then you will see the export your data button. And here, so I've already done it in the past, so I can directly download my archive here. But as you can see, you can select what you need to download, and you just need to click on connections. You can also request all the data as well if you want. But what we're interested in today is click on connections and then request your archive. And it will take approximately 5 to 10 minutes, depending on the number of connections that you have. And then you will receive an email with a link to download this archive, or you can download it right here. And it will give you a zip file containing a CSV file with all of your connections. So I've already done it, so I have access and I already downloaded my own file. And this is what it gives you. So as you can see here, you have a CSV file with all of my connections. So this is the first name, and then you have other columns like last name, the LinkedIn URL, the email address, company, position, etc. and when I connected with that person. But as you might notice in the email address column, one downside of that method is that not many people have their email address accessible on LinkedIn. So this is actually what's written here. When exporting your connection data, you may notice that some of the email addresses are missing. You will only see email addresses for connections who have allowed their connections to see or download their email address using this setting. And so that's why there are so few email addresses in here. And also what you might notice is that some of those emails are personal emails address. So things like Gmails and so on. And so this actually those emails might not be like monitored anymore. So if you want to send an email to that person, then you're not sure if that email is going to land in an inbox that is currently active. So that's one free method, but there is a second method that actually solves this issue. So the second method requires LinkedIn Sales Navigator. LinkedIn Sales Navigator is the paid version of LinkedIn. If you don't have it, I highly suggest you grab it, especially if you're in sales, because that's a very valuable tool. It lets you browse LinkedIn like a database. So very, very useful. And so you can just enter various filters here onto your own Sales Navigator. And what is going to interest us today is to use the connection filters here. In the connection filter, you can put first degree connections. So that is your LinkedIn contacts. And you will see all of your LinkedIn contacts in here in the search results. Now, the downside of LinkedIn Sales Navigator is that it does not let you like export in a simple way the results of that search. And it does not provide email addresses either. So do that two issues. Fortunately, you can solve it very easily, because there exist tools to solve that. You just need to go on findemail.com, which is a tool that will let you export those search results and enrich those LinkedIn profile with their professional email address. And so how it works is you need to sign up for a free account and then install their Chrome extension. And what it will add is that little button right here to your Sales Navigator interface. This isn't a native feature. This is a feature added by Find Email like Chrome extension. And once you've installed that extension and connected your account to the extension, so make sure you click on the extension, then you will be able to click on export, and you can export the entire search results in one click, and it will automatically enrich the email address at the same time. One thing to mention though is that the Sales Navigator only shows 100 pages of search results at a time. So that means given this 25 search results per page, that gives a limit of 2,500 results at a time that can be exported. So if you have more than that in connections, like here I have 4,000 connections, which is more than 2,500, then you just need to split that search into multiple smaller searches. So for example, I will maybe start with just my European connections. So get that down below 2,500, export that, and then do it again with like the US connections, for example, until I've got everything. And so once you get that, you just have to click export and export CSV, and It can take us a bit of time to export all of your connections and enrich with email addresses. So here I won't export the full 2000s for the sake of keeping this video short. So let's export like 50 people, but you can export thousands at once. It works similarly. And so all you have to do is click and it will automatically find these people, flip the pages automatically, and try to find their professional email address at the same time. And what's really interesting with that, compared to the previous method, is that it will only give you B2B emails and not personal emails. So that's great. Also, it will give you their current email, so they will be active in their inbox because that's their current job email. And lastly, what Find Email does for you here is that it automatically verifies the email as well. So you're sure that you only get valid emails. Any email that is not good or valid, then it is not provided at all. So you will only have emails that are safe to use in your outreach, and you won't get any like invalid emails or bounces that may compromise your results. So here as I was talking for a few seconds, it exported all of the people, should be finished very soon. Okay, it's done. And so then here I have all of my connections. So same thing, gives you all of the attributes like full name, job title, and a lot more attributes than the previous method, because you also have like company information and things like that, like company size, so on. So a lot more data. And also compared to the previous, you can see that there is a lot more emails. So it's still not 100% because it's not possible to enrich 100% of your contacts, but there is a lot more email than the previous method, and I know that those are all valid emails that I can use safely. So here I maybe have like 80% enrichment rates, which is pretty good. So that's it. That's how you can export your LinkedIn contacts with their emails. But one thing we didn't cover today is how to get their phone numbers, which can be useful if you want to outreach them with something else than their emails. So if you want to also get the phone numbers of your LinkedIn contacts, then check that following video and I'll see you there.